What up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? Your boy Tony Mac, up early morning, late night, insomnia again. But I was thinking, man, whatever happened to that the chick Rachel Nichols, man? Whatever happened to her? You know, that thick white woman that used to record the NBA and stuff. Like, I don't mean to be disrespectful. You know, I'm not disrespecting my wife or Rachel Nichols. She is married with kids and stuff like that. I'm not disrespecting her. I just have to describe her in a way that people who think like me who would understand who I'm talking about, man. But she came across my mind not because of her shape, size, beauty, or anything like that, but I was sitting back thinking about, like, man, she was actually really good at reporting the NBA, y'all. Like, she really was, and you can tell the players felt comfortable with her. You know, like Stephen A. Smith, we talk a lot of trash about Stephen A. Smith. We know how we feel about his views on life and all that like that, but I'll say Stephen A. Smith probably the greatest at what he does for a living, you know, recording sports and keeping us entertained and stuff like that. But I've always felt like the players was just uncomfortable even around him. Now, majority of these guys seem to be cool with him because they like the fact that he keep it a buck, but Rachel Nichols had a way to have all the NBA players trust her a little bit. You know, some cats might say maybe it was her shape. I don't know, but I think she just was good at reporting her job. But I remember like a few years ago where she was supposed to, I believe, cover the NBA Finals during the bubble championship. Y'all remember when that situation happened in 2020 where it shut the entire goddamn world down? And the Lakers ended up winning the championship. A lot of people don't like to give them credit because they're some LeBron haters. You know, they call it the bubble championship, but it was going to be monumental because this was I think that was the first major sports championship. If I'm wrong, y'all forgive me. I don't remember. But it was a big deal, and Rachel Nichols was supposed to report it or be the main person doing the journalism over it, something like that or whatever. Y'all please, my brain ain't working, so forgive me. But the point of it is major important. But she was supposed to be reporting, and somehow like this black chick ended up getting a job who was also good at what she do. Nothing against the sister, but Rachel Nichols was recorded in a conversation where she called ESPN and Disney out on the bullshit of how you know you don't treat women and minorities fair with this job, yet due to, I'm assuming, the George Floyd stuff, you want to put a black woman in my job. You want me to give my job to this black woman, which I wouldn't have a problem with if she was just better than me. But to make it look like you are diversifying your company. Now, she didn't use those words exactly, but that's what I gathered out of what she was saying. And the powers of the media flipped that joint to make it look like Rachel Nichols, who had no history of anything negative with anybody, black, white, man, woman, any orientation or nothing. That woman has never been known to be disrespectful to nobody publicly. They flipped it and made her look like she was a bigot. Even extreme, they made her look like she was being, I don't even want to say the word because I know YouTube gonna play a hate on your boy, and I'm trying to move these videos because this is important. Because it gets me, it disgusts me, man, because this is the cancel culture. And back then, I used to be one of the people that as soon as I felt like somebody said something negative about a black person, the hell with whatever in their job. I can remember, if y'all can go back as far as Don Imus, the comedian, who was actually a comedian that became some type of journalist or beat writer type of dude. And he got in trouble years ago because they was reporting some basketball game or something like that. And I think he was trying to make a joke about the song. They was playing something like Nappy Head Hoes. Like, y'all can go look back and see what Don Imus actually said. But I know how that hit us. I was one of the people that was like, man, fuck Don Imus. I don't care nothing about his job. He get it how he live. And the late, great Patrice O'Neal, man, he was brought up to discuss this on a panel, and he was trying to explain to the folks from a comedian's perspective that Don Imus made a bad joke, but making a bad joke isn't a reflection of a bad character. A lot of times when comedians make jokes, it's not even coming from their own perspective. They're making fun of society's perspective. And in my opinion, Don Imus took a bad take of trying to display society's views of those sisters going into the game and how us as black men, we make it cool to disrespect our black women as long as you put a beat to it. Girl, you look good once you back that ass up. You a big, fine woman once you back that ass up. Give me your income tax. Back that ass up. Girl, fuck them kids. Back that ass up. Back that, you know. But as long as it's on beat, we ride with that shit, you know. We ride with that, man. We made it cool to disrespect ourselves. And America only call it a problem now because that culture spilled over to their community. Now you got the white boys out there. Yeah, you look good, but you back your ass up. You give me that tractor. Back that ass up. Give me that meth. Back that ass up. I don't care if you don't have teeth. Back that ass up. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It ain't COVID. That's why I'm in a good mood. But it was sickening, man, because back to Rachel Nichols, y'all. I'm sorry I got off track, but Rachel Nichols really lost her job unfairly. I wouldn't say lost her job, but like they basically blackballed her, to be honest with you. And in a sick way, I have to even see Disney's and ESPN side of it, because they still have to protect their brand. Right now, these liberal groups of people that have a great income, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not being disrespectful. I'm only want to just say what I think it is, because me trying to be politically correct is messing me up, y'all. So I got to tell it straight. You have a lot of rich liberal white people that, unlike the other white people that accept their privilege and may actually just be racist or just don't give a fuck that you know they're conservative, who like, hey, yeah, white man is in charge. I don't give a fuck. Pick yourself up by your own bootstraps. Something about that dude's honesty I can respect. Something about that. I respect the realness. But you have the other group that I'm talking about that they want to complain about something. Like, black people have a real gripe with their discrimination. Other minorities have a real gripe with their discrimination. Women have a real gripe with their discrimination, all except white women. I'm keeping it a buck. To be real with y'all, so do the LGBTQ plus community. They have a gripe with America too, to be honest. I'm being fair and honest. But these rich liberal motherfuckers who don't, they want to complain about something so they can feel like they're doing something, because they usually never had to earn something. A lot of them come from money too. So they attach themselves to all these other groups. Black Lives Matter, you know, the Rainbow Coalition, you know, y'all get what I'm saying. Feminism. They get themselves attached to this shit, and they go so hard, and people don't even catch that those people tactics become very bullyish. And even a company like ESPN is like, yo, I'm not about to lose my money. Even a company like Disney, like, I'm not about to mess up my bag to protect this one individual or even care about her. Let's be real. And because of that, now we lose out on one of the best journalists to ever get in the game. Shout out to Rachel Nichols. Shout out to All the Smoke and Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes for giving her that interview, man, for real. Like, y'all brothers really put y'all career in podcasting on the line for the sister because y'all stand up for realness and righteousness, man. Steven Jackson, a lot of critique on how you move, but I think you are a solid brother. I really do, man. And I see the righteousness in you, bro, for real. OG, I really say, bro, like we on the same level. You really a big bro, age-wise type thing. So, you know, I'll do respect. But we lose out on getting the best of the best as us, y'all, because of this cancel shit. And a lot of times we think rhyme with something that we agree with. It's like, yeah, fuck them. Like how I was with the Dynamics thing. Oh, man, I don't like what he talking about. Fuck him. You need to get out of here. We don't see that at some point they're going to do that to us for our views as well. This shit is not about giving you liberties that they claim to be. This shit is about control. They don't care about the people that they claim to care about. They just want to have us all walking on pins and needles being super sensitive. This whack-ass generation that believes in participation trophy for the kids, all you doing is robbing young boys and girls from knowing how great they can really be. It's a blessing in losing sometimes. It's a lesson to be learned. When you miss out on something, it's a lesson to be learned. It gives you a humble, it gives you a drive to go harder. And right now, we have a generation of our youth that want to be better. They doing great things, man. They showing us how to work this YouTube and how to be your own boss. They're great minds, man. But they don't have no direction because a lot of time we judge them unfairly. We act like we wasn't knuckleheads too. People before us, y'all act like y'all wasn't that freak nick twerking that ass up. You know what I'm saying? But look at the young ladies today and look down on them. That's why I got to check myself when I do that type of stuff. But back to that council shit, man, we got to get off that, man. In this era, this day and technology that to where if you don't agree with what somebody talking about, you can easily go on to the next video. It makes no sense to me how we fight to just, hey, let's cancel that person when we can just look at something else. They have a right to their opinion the same way you have a right to yours. And this wasn't even a woman who even said anything that was in disagreement with anybody's opinion. All she did was saying, don't make me a person who gave over 20 years to this industry. A person who been through discrimination and persecution myself for her being a woman in a male-dominated field. She's saying, don't make me have to lay down my spot when you know you on some bullshit. Like, man, if any of y'all ever been in that shit, how would you feel? That's fucked up, man. I'm sorry for cussing, y'all. And now I ain't crying, but I hope that, you know, show a little emotion, man. And more on the Ed Reed thing. I watched the video with Roland Martin, bro. That actually led me to go get my mind right because I said, man, I saw the pain in that brother because it wasn't about notoriety, neither with him or Coach Prime, Deion Sanders Sr. They really care about the community and the kids, bro. It's pain in that shit. And niggas looked at Ed Reed like he crazy for getting emotional, man. Fuck that. That made me respect him more as a man. He ain't just fucking talking that he care about the kids. And respect to Roland Martin for giving him space to speak. I misspoke on you, brother. But yeah, man, that's people really do care about family in the insanity of where we're moving forward as a society, man. And it's a lot of entities, I don't want to say, but we know, that's trying to stop it and just I feel like want us all in chaos, man. Because then it'll be, you know, now this is our reason to control you. You know, I don't know. I ain't trying to scare nobody, man. It's just my little thoughts when I sit down and can't sleep and have these insomnia moments and want to think about some things. It's just, you know, black people, we ain't the only ones get canceled too, man, but we definitely are the poster child for we definitely, man. It's like, speaking of, y'all notice like Kanye West like seems happy lately? Like I mean, I know he got into a little argument with a reporter, but that's probably because somebody might have been pissing him off about 30 minutes, you know. But I mean, I don't know the situation. I can't assume that either. But have y'all noticed Kanye West just chill now that he's not in the limelight no more? And it made me think about a post I saw that said that we chase money and all this type of stuff like this because we think we have freedom, but grabbing money, having a big house, big cars, all the nice stuff, all that does is make you a bigger slave because you got to work harder to maintain that shit. And I ain't knocking it. If that's your comfort, that's what you like, go out and get it. But ain't it funny how Kanye West, ever since he lost that big bag and he's no longer have to behave a certain way because he works for Adidas or he partnered with Adidas or you know, this company or that company, he just seems happy, man. And it just make you think about that. You know, it's a question like, when I check it out on some of my partners, man, they always tell me, show me love, and like, man, I'm so proud of doing what you're doing, bro, and respect you for jumping out there on the ledge, bro. And these are guys with great careers. And they like, man, I and no disrespect to them, but I'm just saying the words they would tell me, and they're like, I wish I had the balls to do what you're doing, T. Like, and it's like, damn. They see it as, dude, you chasing a freedom, bro. Fuck the money or what you can be in the potential of all that shit. It's just, it's knowing you going out here believing in yourself. I'm on some other tangent. My bad, y'all. Y'all know how I get when we get gas. But it made me think about them in their great careers. They still feel trapped because of cancel culture. The fact of, I can't be who I am at work because I can offend someone and lose my job. And it's even so tight to where we taught, even in the barber industry, man, when I cut hair and we went to a barber shop where it's all private contractors. Don't ever have a conversation on politics or religion. Ain't that crazy? The Black Barbershop was our country club and we couldn't talk about politics and religion. What the hell else are we supposed to